Oh, you can
Oh my
get
God, Greg has to get a beer. And while we're waiting for Greg, hey there, beer tubers, welcome back to the after chat. Yes, we're on 2 minutes early. So what? We always come early. No, we don't. All right, so moving right along, let's go back to the embarrassed panel that we have with us tonight, starting with Lee. Welcome back, Lee. And what are you drinking?
Hi. Drinking Propeller Common.
I still have my can of it. Should probably drink that.
Yeah, you should probably get on that.
All right, and over to Ash. What are you drinking? Are you still drinking Fat Tire?
Still drinking that fat fucking tire. But I actually have a beer coming up from Little Beasts, which I'm excited about.
Oh yeah. Do you want to tell us about that now, or when it comes up?
You know what? I took one out of the box and put it in the fridge last night. And I just can't remember which one it is. So
So we'll circle back.
there we
I
go.
can't remember if he drank it yet or not.
I know for sure I did not.
All right. Speaking of loudmouths, Greg, what did you get? Is it another steam whistle?
Well, tonight everyone gets to watch me lose my virginity again. I'm going to have my first beer from a place called Roshak Brewing, which is located in Toronto. So I'm going to have a nice, easy one to ease myself in. I got some big stouts from them, which probably won't be drinking tonight.
I'm gonna
This
ease
is
it
actually a
in.
non-alcoholic IPA, or well, technically it's
What?
0.5. It's 0.5%, but it's listed as non-alcoholic. So we will find out if this is a. I'm always curious about these beers because non-alcoholic beers are generally shit. But I'm always like, why can't a craft brewery ever make a good one? Maybe these guys got it. Maybe they didn't. We'll find out.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
But in case the beer is complete shit, that's okay. I got a 12% Imperial Stout and a 12% Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout from them. So that's going to be good just based on the alcohol alone.
All right, so let's go back over to me, and I'll introduce the beer I'm drinking. I am drinking, of course, something from Hammond River. Looks nice. This is a new beer from them, actually. Coffee and Coconut Oatmeal Red Ale, 6.4% ABV. Coffee and coconut. Not so much heavy on the coffee, but lots of coconut in it, and it's nice. It's actually better than I thought it was going to be. As soon as I heard Red Ale, I'm like, Meh. I've got coconut, so why not? COVID beard. Redbeard.
All right.
How are you doing tonight? And what are you drinking?
I have not grabbed a new beer yet. So
Well, then why don't you grab another beer and dump the rest of that fat tire down the sink if you
I finished it.
Oh, kudos.
That's
And
right.
you don't even have another beer ready. Don't you know how this works?
Yeah,
No,
right.
I'm a failure.
I know. Supposed to get a new beer before. In fact, we're just going to shame him publicly by leaving his camera on his Lego collection.
Yes.
So you can laugh at it.
It's got like Mogwai and Kirby and Batman and a glowing roof. Dude, is that a plushie AT-AT?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Okay.
You know damn right, baby.
Yeah. All right. So what'd you get?
I grabbed a bottle of Jelly King.
Makes me
Kind of preempting tomorrow's beer analysis.
You mean next week?
Next week's, you know what I meant. Yeah, goddamn it.
Well, as long as you got one left.
I can get more. It's all good.
All right. I can get more. It says about Bellwoods, you prick.
Bellwoods is kind of shitty.
Yeah, I've heard hearing that Bellwoods has gone kind of down.
Yeah, they're not as good as they were. Jelly King is still a great sour, though. I can't deny that at all.
I don't like Jelly King. I like some of the variations of it, but the base one. But again, I'm not a sour guy. So
Yeah.
now I will say this is a good beer. This is actually a very good non-alcoholic beer. 0.5%. It tastes a lot basically like one of those session IPAs that some breweries put out, like, you know, the 2 to 3% ones. I'll give it a shot. Let's see if my wife likes it. We're going to have a live review from Agnes right now. That was such a tiny sip. How do you even taste it?
Yeah, it's very good.
Very good? Yep. Very good. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
What is the
You
beer
know-
Greg is drinking there?
So it is a Free Spirit Adventure India Pale Ale. They list it as a non-alcoholic beer, although it does have 0.5% alcohol in it. From Roshak Brewing, and it's quite good. If you like a session IPA, this basically has a surprising amount of flavor for what it is. I mean, it's watery as fuck, but it's no different than those 2 to 3% beers that a lot of breweries come out with. So
So not too long ago, I actually bought a few of those Partake non-alcoholic beers, and because they had like an IPA and they had something else, and I'll be honest, they were shit. Like the body is so thin on them, it was just really
Ash
big
needs a
letdown.
little bit of meat on his bones.
Yeah, just a little something, a little bite, I guess. I don't know. They were just very thin and very watery. But I mean, it's a non-alcoholic beer. What the hell do you expect, right? That's all I got. But it's so funny. So I don't know how many of you guys here are hockey fans, but I just opened a pack of 1990-91 Upper Deck hockey cards.
Oh, what'd you
And
get?
so it was actually a really good pack. Like if I was back in the day, I would have been super stoked with this. There's like some really shitty cards, like Lou Franchischetti, whoever the fuck that guy is,
Some leaf.
and John Ogrendick,
Nice.
Grind dick.
Ogrodnik, and then but
Old Nick.
you got Dave Anderchuk,
Dave Andrewchuk.
Tony McKegney. I don't know who that guy is. Just a few more nobodies. Okay, well, hold on. Mike Keane.
Mike Keane, cool.
But then boom, Yari Curry, Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Stevie Y.
I'm on the Oilers jersey too. Stevie Yzerman, that's gonna be
Stevie
right
Y.
when it started.
No,
how
this
many
is
seasons has he got under his belt on that card?
five,
Five.
if not more, probably 6 or 7 actually. And then La Fontaine, and then Mario.
Ooh, nice.
I've actually probably had a few bucks right there because he's Mario.
Yeah.
And
Mario.
then
How many seasons did he have under his belt there? Rob Blake.
yeah,
That's gotta be a Rob Blake rookie.
that is his rookie card.
Wow. Is that in the pack?
Yeah, that was in the pack, man. I just pulled that. And
Nice.
I put it in a.
Somewhere
one touch.
I've still got some Wayne Gretzky Pogs from back in the day that are worth something. I don't know if they are anymore, but
And this is Mario Lemieux's sixth year card.
Oh wow. He was anyway, but yeah, Rob Blake. I think I had Rob Blake. I didn't put it in the case or anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's legitimately as it is as a raw card. It's like $1. If you get it graded and it comes out at 10, maybe you get $15 for it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
only because it's graded and when they get it graded, they basically encapsulate it for the rest of the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, but either way, that was probably one of the better shitty packs of. I think this cost me like $2 at the dollar store.
That's pretty good. I mean, right there, you got your pack worthwhile.
Yeah.
Right there was really good.
Yeah, $2.
Yeah.
A $2 repack pack from the dollar
'Cause you
store.
don't really know what you're going to get. I like the fact that sure they gave you some random cards, like you showed earlier, before we went online the cards you got from like the 80s and the 70s.
Yes.
But they're giving you ones that they are already selected, so you're not getting any of the rare shit. But with the 90s one, they're giving you a sealed pack of cards. That's nice.
Yeah,
I like that
which
idea.
I went to the
cool.
dollar store and bought a few random repackaged packs of Magic cards several years
yeah.
ago, and
I remember that.
they were decent.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
It'll make me wish that I never sold them.
cards are like a box of chocolates.
Well, the problem with cards, and I've sort of gotten back into the hobby over the last year, and I think a lot of people from my generation, and maybe I'm not going to lump you guys all in there because not everyone collects cards when they were young.
Talking about
I did.
Ash's generation.
But,
You see Ashley Chan.
but guys my age are getting back into the hobby. They have like some expendable cash. They
they're all man
remember
babies.
exactly.
Nostalgia, remembering.
Oh, it's not like Nick
you.
collecting Rob the Robots.
But the actual card market itself, there's actually a resurgence in the collectability and value of cards nowadays because
It's like vinyl. Vinyl has kind of had a resurgence.
it's the same thing. I
Shit
mean,
like that.
Really, vinyl has had a resurgence.
It has not
Director
not
rack.
people like you that have been fucking taking that crack for years and years, but new people
Yeah.
that are just getting onto the crack. You know,
Yeah, I've been collecting records since 2008, so
yeah.
I've got a collection of like 400 records, and even I know people have more than that, like way more than that, like thousands, if not 10,000.
Calm
People
down.
are-
Don't have to get hot about it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna get hot. Already get a rock hard erection from it. Let's
Well,
go.
we got Yeah, we got Old Car Guy says cheers. Cheers right back to you, sir. Mersey Beer saying evening chaps.
Very nice. Good
Evening, Mersey. If you guys are drinking and imbibing, please let us know.
Drop a
Mersey,
comment in the chat, and we'll chat. We're responsive. We read our comments here.
and then Mersey Beer says
Not so drunk.
expendable cash. Isn't that another word for beer money, i.e., money that should be spent on beer? Yes, but yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else to say about that. But
Yeah, Ashley had to partake in something that you will probably make fun of, no doubt, later on.
that's all right.
Golf.
Because Ewart doesn't like having fun or having any connection to how horrible his childhood was, apparently.
No, it's an actual person outside of our circle. This is Mersey Beers, not you.
Wow.
No, I was talking about Ewart. I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Dissing York for not liking toys or something.
Yes. Yeah, well,
Ewan
Apparently-
doesn't like toys or cartoons or anything. Like, I kind of wonder, like, what happened in his childhood to like make him so bitter.
I don't think he was born. I don't think he
hurt
was
you.
a child. I think he was born in a test tube somewhere. He came out automatically like 40 years old.
He was like Morgan Freeman. He was born old.
What wasn't he raised by butlers and shit? Like, you know, with the CC Fortune stuff? Like, didn't have any actual parental figures? Like,
I would think
He was
so, yeah.
he was some like pussy little rich kid like Bruce Wayne, except for he didn't get trained by cool ninjas and shit.
unfortunately, Ewart still has his parents. It's a kid. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I feel like Ewan got trained by Grandpa Simpson to yell at things.
Mhm. And on that, Redbeard, I'm sure his parents feel pretty unfortunate about it too.
Yeah.
Cheers to Mercy Beers. I've actually been on a couple hangouts with him in the last
Cool.
couple weeks. He's from Florida. Nice guy.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Oh wow! And he saw you in this chat, and he still came in and chatted. That's great.
Wow.
So some people are weird. I don't know what to say.
Some people are into weird things.
Old Faithful Moosehead Lager, yeah.
drink what you like.
Mhm.
I'm actually from where that's from. So
You're
yeah,
gonna say you're from Moosehead.
yeah, I'm actually from Moosehead. No, I live in the St. John area where the brewery is. So they actually
You
will
get to
deliver
try
to my
actually
house.
their more interesting stuff.
Yeah, I get to go down to the small batch brewery and check out their stuff. So far, I'm a huge fan of their rope beer. I really like that.
I got something weird from Granville Island today when I was at the LCPO. They have a new, I think it's watermelon lager or some weird shit. I can't remember what it was.
Be different.
Sounds interesting.
Where's that from? Watermelon would probably be pretty good.
Granville. Granville Island out of
Granville.
BC. They're one of those like
somewhere.
That's
craft
the one.
breweries that are
That's the
big.
one that
That
made that Lions Winter Ale or something
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
mint that you're.
Yeah,
he
I
knows
hate
what I'm
that
talking
beer.
about.
I reviewed that
what?
one on the roof of my house in the middle of the winter that fucking froze my ass off. It's great.
Well, that's your fault. That's on you, man.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
No one
entertaining.
told you to go up on the roof.
It seemed like a good idea at the time until I got back inside and went to review everything and realized that like the wind noise was fucking atrocious. And I downloaded this weird program. I can't remember what it's called, but it's this program that allows you to open up an audio file and it opens it up like a picture. And there's like all these like areas, and I was able to like use the eraser tool and like erase the wind basically out of it.
Audacity.
No, it's way more complicated and crazy than. And the funny thing was, I only download the demo, so I used Audacity because the demo is like you can't save your file. So I'm like, oh yeah, fuck you. So I used all the effects and then hit play and played the file and then used Audacity to then record the file and resaved it. So actually, I think I might still have the program in my folder here. Let me just. I'm curious. Programs. Oh, right there. It's called Isotope. Isotope RX, Advanced Audio Editor.
Isotope?
Isotope. IZOTOPE. Yeah, it's really weird. But it work for stuff like wind noise. I've never seen anything that works better than that. It's pretty cool. Because unlike most like background a hum or something like that that's constant, the wind noise is you can't just like use the noise reduction to get rid of that shit.
Yeah, no, you're at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Somebody just tagged me in something on Facebook. It says if
Uh-oh.
you had to sacrifice one NHL player to end the coronavirus, who would it be and why? Brad Marchand.
Brad. My
Wait.
Whiskey friend.
I
Is it
love
not?
it. It doesn't need to be explained.
I'm confused. I could have sworn. I guess Mercy Beers is not who I thought Mercy Beers was.
No, that was funny though.
Liverpool is nowhere near.
Who the fuck was the guy in the chat then? I could have sworn it was this. I'm confused as fuck.
How intoxicated.
No,
Crazy
sorry.
Beers.
For some reason, I'm sorry, Mercy. For some reason, I got mixed up with that miscellaneous guy that I was in the chat with you tonight. I don't know how that happened. That's what that was. I apologize. My bad. For sure.
Probably something to do with the 40 beers you drank that night.
It could have been.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe you were a little hazy after all them hazies. Oh,
That was witty.
Yeah, nobody was like high-fiving you on that one, Nick. It's just
shut up.
I noticed you went, "Ho!" Like, yeah, fucking Bird and Redbeard there. It's like, no, you really didn't. It's
All
like,
right.
walt walt. Bum, 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 bum.
Nice. That was
The
great.
yodeler is falling off the fucking mountain.
Oh, like that game in The Price is Right, the mountain climber one.
Yeah, that's why
yeah,
the
yeah.
price is right. You lose noise.
Yeah, we were all there. We were all there a little bit before you, Nick. Unfortunately, buddy. Sorry.
Tough crowd, man. Tough crowd.
Yeah, maybe you should get yourself spayed or neutered.
What's the name of that fucking game? The yodeling one.
I think it's this mountain climber, isn't it?
I think it's Mountain Climber, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Called
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger, isn't?
Sure. I don't
That's a
know.
great. Remember that? That was a great movie back in the day. Fucking.
Cliffhanger?
That's a great movie.
That wasn't a great movie. It's not even on TV syndicate. Like that.
That was one of the best movies to watch if you wanted to laugh your ass off if you ever watched it like on cable because it was so cut to shit and they changed all the words. It was fucking hilarious.
Ooh.
My favorite made for TV movie, not made for TV, edited for TV movie is Die Hard with a Vengeance. When Bruce Willis has a sign that says "I hate everybody."
I don't think I saw that one. That's good though.
Well, we
That'd
all
be
know
good.
what he said in the original movie.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the N words.
Yodeling.
My favorite movie that was edited for TV was Repo Man. Back in the day, it used to play on A&E all the time. And instead of every time Emilio Estevez would like tell someone to go fuck themselves, instead of fuck you, it was flip you.
Go flip yourself.
And I was just watching it. I was just watching as a kid, like flip you, pervert. You know, like what?
We're watching a
One of the sorry, go
made for
ahead.
TV version of Conan the Barbarian.
Nice. The in Cliffhanger, one of the best line in the actual movie. John Lithgow's character is talking to the other bad guy, and he's like, he says his name over the radio or whatever. He's like, "You've lost your mind." The guy's like, "I've lost it. Fucking A, I've lost it. Pure fucking section A," and just like throws this thing. And in the edited one, it's like, "You've lost your mind." It's like, "I've lost it. Darn right, I've lost it. Pure section A." And it doesn't make no sense after that. It's great.
Yeah, they get them back like a month later to do like voiceovers. Like here's where we dub you in for the TV version, and it's like, yeah, okay, pay me the money, whatever.
What do they call that when it's like there's a term for that when it's like horribly obvious that they're not saying what they're saying kind of thing? I remember one of the best scenes ever was Schwarzenegger in True Lies near the end when his daughter's like on that fucking crane or whatever and he's trying to like save her or something and like I think he jumps on the plane or whatever at that point and she's like there and she's screaming like help me or something, but you see her face and she's just like there's no articulation whatsoever.
Suck your dick, Arnold. You're still hot back there.
Or a lot of other movies where they do like the back and forth, and you can tell that like when it goes back to the person's face, it just shows you like kind of the side, and you can at least see like the jaw moving, and you can just tell it's not in sync with what they're saying. Like shit like that.
Mercy Beers.
Shit like that makes me so mad.
That was Elijah Dushku, by the way. Before she
Yeah,
became
there's
famous for whatever
it's not
she
dubbing.
famous
There's
for.
another.
No, so she is.
It's ATC or some fucking weird like there's a little acronym that they use in the biz. I can't think of what it is though.
Well, I thought it was actually pretty slick. I was talking about Die Hard with a Vengeance. So then later on in the movie, to try and keep it the actual movie, Samuel L. Jackson says to the terrorist, "You got a problem with Ebony Boy?" And what they did is actually pretty slick on the made for TV version. They went, "You got a problem with everybody, boy?"
Nice.
Jesus Christ. It's so some of the decisions they make when they do those are just so funny and hilarious. Like I can't think off the top of my head, but I was watching a thing recently, talking about one of those movies that gets cut up, and it's like at least 45 minutes is like cut out of the fucking movie because they can't even show it, and they just like show you this thing on TV that's just this cut to shit thing that makes no sense at all.
Sometimes it's really bad because you get like a cheaper movie that someone just buys and wants to show on their channel or whatever, but they have to show an edited version. They're really screwed. They just have to pump a bunch of commercials in there to fill up time but usually with like a big Hollywood movie, they will shoot like a bunch of extra coverage, right? So they will shoot like those behind shots of a person's head, so when they're swearing, they can dub in new lines.
That makes sense.
But
Well, with Halloween, the original, they actually they have a bunch of like made for TV scenes that were actually filmed a year later when they were filming Halloween 2, because I guess they had to edit that movie to shit, so they needed longer just to make the runtime longer. They needed to put in a bunch of filler, and I watched those scenes many years ago, and I just remember them all being completely useless and filler. Like
some of the DVD,
pretty perfect, but.
Yeah, some of the DVD versions of that, like, here's the entire movie with not only the original theatrical scenes, but also the made-for-TV scenes stuck back in it, and usually they're not remastered and they look like shit. And
Yeah,
I remember the DVD for Me, Myself, and Irene. I still have it somewhere. It was one of the only ones I ever had where you could turn on. It was called Extended Branching. And it actually would put the deleted scenes into the movie as you're watching it. The same kind of thing, though. Like you're watching the movie, and then all of a sudden it cuts to this scene that's like just the worst quality you've ever seen. But they were that movie, the deleted scenes, they were pretty funny. That movie was great. Jim Carrey kind of top of his game, in my opinion.
I'm just going to chime in quickly. Drinking from Little Beast. This is La Petite Duchesse.
Ooh, I bought that.
Oh,
What is it?
This is a rye-based saison.
Really?
4.5%.
How is that?
I wonder if it's like
I wish I didn't buy it.
influenced by Duchess de Bourgogne or something like that, and where they're using Duchess in the name.
No, it's just a nice light beer with a nice little spiciness from the rye, a little bit of farmhouse funk. It's
Nick only recognizes one Duchess.
it is a very nicely balanced beer.
You know what
Oh, hey.
the hell?
Nothing. Sorry.
Now, Greg, I don't know if you like
Orange
saisons or not, but I mean this is pretty good, man.
You know what? Saison's one of those things I usually don't mind them, but it's not the style I flock towards. But I bought every beer they had, so I probably bought that one too. I just said, yeah, throw everything in the cart. I want to try it all. And you know what? They have the best artwork of any
hands
brewery I've
down.
ever seen.
Hands
I
down.
love their artwork. That's why I'm just like, I want all these bottles. I want them in a collection.
I put out the Gateway City here in North Bay. Their artwork is fucking really cool. I'm a big fan of theirs. It's all
I'd have to look at it. I'm not.
it's all by the same person, but it's like really kind of abstract. It's all got like to do with everyone features an animal, basically like a humanized animal. I don't anamorphized. I don't know the fucking term to making an animal.
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah, but all in some kind of really different scene, and they're really really well done.
so it's for furries, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It is for furries, 100%.
It's a sex
they're all
thing.
furries.
Oh, look, that one Ashley just shows got some kind of crazy looking, could potentially furry looking
Well,
beast
yeah.
on it.
Well, it reminds me of oh shit, what is that French?
World of Warcraft.
No,
What? What's that French? What?
what was her name? Oh,
I'm missing some context here because I wasn't.
yeah, I
You're
know.
thinking of like the warrior chick from like
Yeah.
fucking goddamn what's the
Joan of Arc.
yeah
Joan of
there you
Arc.
go.
Ah,
It's like an elven Joan of Arc with horns, but I mean she's in armor and she has a sword. But what Joan of Arc was only supposed to be a teenager, anyways, right? So
Yeah, she
So-
was a teenage girl, and I think she was a blonde with short hair.
Oh, extra fail.
all right, well, whatever. She's just
It's all right. All French women are the same to you. It's fine.
exactly. But at least it is a proper saison, and it's 4.5%. Mind you,
I
I
like
also
it.
bought. I bought another saison from them. It's an imperial saison that was aged in I think Chardonnay barrels, and that's like 9.5%.
Fuck off.
So yeah. I'm not getting into that one tonight.
Come on now.
Yeah, no. Keeping it light. Actually, that was the reason why I put this in the fridge last night to chill for tonight, is because it's only 4.5%. I was thinking ahead. I was like, I'm drinking way too much tonight. So for tomorrow night, I'm going to load up on some light beers. So,
It's snowing outside here.
Yeah, it was snowing here too. It really sucked.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, anyways, very tasty beer. If they were closer, I would buy it again. But I do have 2 bottles, so whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that a non-alcoholic beer eased me in slowly, I'm going to go on the other end of the spectrum. 12% Imperial Stout.
There you
There
go.
you go.
What is that? Who's that by? That looks like kind of
So
cool.
it's by Rorschach.
Okay.
It's called Malevolence.
Is it Rorschach or
Malevolent?
Rorschach? You keep seeing Rorschach. Is it Rorschach?
I don't know. It's. I think it's the same as the guy from the Watchmen.
So Rorschach. Like a Rorschach
I
test.
I guess that's how it is. I don't know.
Those pictures that I saw the 2 chihuahuas in yesterday. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Rorschach. Yeah. So this is called Malevolent Benevolence. So now the cool thing about this beer is that I got 2 of these guys, and I got 2 of the. They have a barrel aged version, and apparently it's the exact same beer, just without barrel. It's same alcohol too. Just this one is no barrel. The other one is barrel. So.
That's
The
kind of
other
cool.
one's actually bottled right from the barrel. It's uncarbonated, so we'll see if that's even any good. But
Oh, interesting.
yeah,
I-
apparently it's like a still beer. So
I'm willing to bet it did pick up some carbonation though, because it
Bottle
well,
condition kind of thing.
probably did pick up something from the barrel.
well,
so.
they had a picture of it on the website and like of it being poured, and it did have a little head, so it's got something in it.
Yeah.
Little baby head.
So I probably won't get to that one. Well, maybe I will. We'll see how drunk I get. But yeah, so this should be good.
What's the ABV on this one?
This is actually the reason why I even ordered these guys, because honestly, they make a shit ton of sours, like $16 a bottle. I ordered none of those because I didn't care. I actually did order 1 sour from them, which I'm actually excited, but you'll see that next week because that's probably
Nice.
gonna be my beer, so I don't copy Ashley. But I'm just excited that hey, it's an Imperial Stout that you can get in Ontario. That's
ABV on that one? What's the ABV?
11.9%.
Oh, so it's a good one. Right up there.
It's a good boy.
Nice.
Now, Greg, what are those beers you ordered from Little Beasts? The one Imperial Stout. That's a Belgian stout too. And
Yes,
I got
it's only like 10.5% or something.
yeah, I bought one of those as well. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on to mine, and maybe we can line up and drink it together.
Yeah, we can do a dual Ashley and Greg review.
Be
Double
interesting.
trouble.
On this week's episode of Will It Sexton.
Well, it's Sexton.
Wow. Yeah, that shit will keep you warm.
Arnold,
Yeah.
you would not sexton at all, so relax. Stop chewing on my
Whoa.
arm.
That's not your fucking chew
No
toy.
wonder you're being insulting to Arnold. No wonder you.
He's gnawing on my goddamn arm. Like
My cat is being remarkably calm and complacent right now, just like
Yeah, it's because you scared the shit out of that poor thing by banging on it not too long ago.
No, I've done worse. Like,
Poor little furry feline, just looking for a friend. And you're like
What?
smashing its
no,
dreams.
he's fucking with my shit. He's trying to destroy my goddamn couch, man.
Yeah, well,
He's got a
Cat's gonna
scratching
be a
post
cat.
right there.
cats are gonna be cats, man.
The cats are gonna learn.
Jesus. And then Mersey's going on about the awesome weather they're having in the UK while we're getting snow here in Ontario. Thanks. Is
Oh,
a
Jamie.
Belgian? And then Mersey Beers is a Belgian stout a thing? Surely it's a quad. No, it's actually a Belgian stout. So I'm assuming they probably used a Belgian yeast strain. If I'm going to guess. But I've never made a
Probably,
quad.
Is there any like beet sugar in it or anything like that?
I don't think so. Let me go grab the bottle. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up.
Also, cheers, Jamie, in the chat. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, cheers. Cheers.
Jamie.
Nihilist.
Because
Are
I
you in
suppose if you
different-
had, like,
Sorry,
if
go
you had
ahead.
sorry, but if you had like a stout and you had like Belgian yeast, I'm kind of guessing you would get maybe some of those quad like flavors, like the more like chocolate, dark fruit kind of stuff that might come out, might accentuate it.
Yeah.
You know, there was an interesting beer I ordered because I ordered from 3 different breweries. I think this one was from Redline, if I'm not mistaken.
Jamie's in the
And,
chat.
I just said that. Nick.
and it's actually
Pay
supposed
attention,
to be-
host boy.
Sorry.
It's actually supposed to be a stout and an IPA mixed together and then barrel aged. So we'll see how that goes.
Weird.
Yeah, well, it wasn't super expensive and it's high ABV, so whatever.
It's like
I believe it's by Redline.
Oh, okay.
I remember Barn. I don't know. I haven't seen anything from Barnstormer forever, but they used to make like all kinds of one-off beers and shit. And I'd stop in there all the time when I went through. And I think one of the last times I stopped in there, like they have their Flight Delay IPA, which is their kind of go-to, and they had a barrel-aged version of their Flight Delay IPA, and that was a bad idea. It was not a good beer at all. Like I think I'll chat. Albino Rhino said I told him about it. He like his thought process, and the more I think about it, the more I kind of agree that probably what they did, like they had this bad batch of this beer. Let's try saving it by throwing it in a barrel or something. That's kind of what I like. The flavor was fucking so not good in that beer at all.
So this Belgian stout by Little Beast is a Belgian Imperial Stout. Our much-loved Imperial Stout fermented with Saison yeast and finished with lactose. Light Belgian phenolics and esters play in the background. Notes of chocolate, coffee, and roast are prominent up front. Finishes with a touch of marshmallowy sweetness.
Ooh. How's your beer, Greg?
Fucking fantastic.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
It's definitely on the sweet end of the spectrum for a stout. It's very much kind of like almost like a milk chocolate versus like it's not particularly roasty. It's delicious though.
Jamie
it's also
says
quite dangerous because you could drink this pretty fast and you don't taste the alcohol or anything. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe I'm just immune to it, but
yeah, I'm the same way as some of those some of those really well done high ABV Imperial Stouts, man. They go down freakishly smooth, and then later on, you're like, holy shit, I am like just out of nowhere. You're sitting there and like, wow, just it hits you. I'm fucking hammered. Like, what the fuck?
This will go down very easy. And the thing I'll say about this, if I didn't know it wasn't barrel aged, I would actually think this is barrel aged because it almost seems to have like a bourbon barrel sort of vanilla-ness to it.
It'll be cool to see the difference you find between that and the other one.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't plan
Jamie
on cracking
says,
the other one open tonight, but who knows?
Jamie says Barnstormer not a fan. Again, currently they haven't made anything that great in a while, but their mango version of the Flight Delay IPA was one of the best mango things I've ever had in my damn life. They've made in the past, and also I went there for pizza years ago, and they make really good pizza. But
what's that watermelon lager called? Is that like the wind shear lager or something?
That's that. So they make some kind of thing like that, yeah.
Yeah, some bullshit watermelon beer.
Yeah, it wasn't really that good.
It's so stupid.
Bullshit. Granville Island, they shouldn't try. It's so stupid.
No, this is still going Barnstormer. I gotta double check that.
Oh, the Granville Island Watermelon Lager or whatever that shit was.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 breweries that make watermelon beers?
Oh, there's plenty of breweries that make watermelon. There's a brewery here, fucking Nine Locks makes a watermelon fruit beer.
It is just straight up a watermelon lager from Granville Island.
I've never tried it, but
I grabbed a can. But Granville Island, even though everything that shows up here currently is not anything I gravitate towards at this point in time. Some of their one-offs and shit, like they sent me, I think 4 or 5 beer mails over the course of like a year, and they got some pretty decent one-off stuff that doesn't make it over here. And it's funny too because they sent me beer, but like it's completely against the provincial laws to do so.
They have a
And
license to ship across borders.
across the province, though,
Well, they have distribution.
yeah, I guess.
There's got to be some sort of like.
But at the same time, Driftwood messaged me a couple months ago at this point, I think, just saying like some salesperson, I guess she might have been new, had just seen my videos and was like, thanks so much for reviewing this, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, you're very welcome. And I said something kind of jokingly about this year's Singularity is out. You know, you guys sent me a beer mail before. If you want to do it again, I'd have no problem with it. And she was like, we can't do that. And I was like, well, you did it before. And she's like, oh, I guess somebody in the company broke some rules or something to get you beer. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's probably fair too. I mean, it all. I'm sure it all comes down to who's actually watching. Or
The Driftwood one came in like a brown box, but the Granville ones, 3 of them were like just one bottle shipped in like one of those like cylinders that straight up has like Granville Island Brewery on it stuff, like blatantly obvious. This is beer coming across the provincial borders.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The fucking Canada Post don't give a shit. I've never run into problems with fucking Canada Post. They've never confiscated any goddamn thing I've sent anywhere. If
I've said
something's broken, they just open the box, they put a bag over the fucking thing, they reseal the box. They don't want the hassle, they don't want the trouble, they don't give a shit.
Like I've sent, I think maybe 5 or 6 beer mails at this point, and never had an issue. So like, I've never even really heard of anyone having an issue. It's just something that's always kind of in the back of my mind. Like it's technically frowned upon, whatever. So you know, like,
what are they going to do? Throw you in jail for Molson sending you a free beer? Like,
depending on the post office worker, like if there's some unscrupulous post office worker that's really into craft beer and accidentally drops it and like, oh, this is craft beer. They shouldn't be doing this. I'm just going to keep that in my car.
They can fucking steal anything if they really want to. So.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Valid point.
I'm sure a lot of dildos get stolen too.
I mean, you could be a fucking asshole like Dr. Dave, who's like convinced that post office workers are all crooked and they're just constantly stealing shit from people. But you know, and most of them probably aren't.
Actually, last week, my boss
and value having their jobs. So
my boss called me to let me know, like, just that he was downstairs doing some shit and went to leave. And when he went to leave, the mailbox was open. And he's like, that's kind of unusual. Like, I never leave it open. He wouldn't leave it open. So he came back in and checked the camera. And randomly, 2 fucking guys came out of the bush, checked the mailbox, and then went on their merry way.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, fucking shit. Just like that's why anything valuable, I get shipped to my mom's house because my mom.
Do you have in North Bay?
Just a mailbox. What do you mean?
Like you don't have a lock on it or nothing?
No.
There's no lock in your mailboxes?
What?
Like,
Who locked their
Locks
mailbox?
in North Bay.
What kind of fucking barbarians are you up there?
What kind of crazy end of the world situation are you living in over there? Like blocking your if you live in an area where you have like a community mailbox with the boxes, those are locked up.
Yeah, they're all locked up. We don't have regular mailboxes. In our fucking...
That's what I mean. Like
this
is like I have the mailbox is like on the fence outside of our thing here, and it like they come to the place and like some area.
It's 1970s for fuck's sakes. Holy shit!
Why? Because I still have my own mailbox. I don't have to walk somewhere to another one to get it.
I just have to walk. My mailbox is literally right outside my house. The big compartment box is literally right outside my house.
Oh, is it?
Same here. It's right
Okay,
off
so other people then have to walk further than you.
Yeah, but fuck them.
Oh, definitely.
other people. Yeah, my mailbox is right on the corner of my property, so it's just I just go out the door and a little bit up the street.
It even has a parcel compartment, so that's a certain size. And if there's anything bigger, they either send you a fucking tag to come pick it up at the fucking post office, or they deliver it at your door. One or the other.
Like delivering at your door for anybody in Ontario is like the post office workers. There's video, like you can see, they'll literally walk up to the door with the tag, give you the tag, and go back to their vehicle because they don't want to be bothered knocking on the door. So pretty much anything that gets delivered here. That's too big for the mailbox. Yeah, the tag and go to the thing. But usually I get my mail delivered to my mom because my mom and or my stepdad are usually always home. So when they do get deliveries, they are able to get it. Yeah. Well, again, like for me, even if the mail person wanted to come here and knock on my door to sign for something, chances are he's not going to know which door to even knock on, or like he might be afraid to come through the fence. Like
not in your compound, right?
Yeah, where David Koresh is going to come out and start shooting at him.
Right? Through the windows and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Ontario, like in new developments, they have those community boxes, but otherwise in like older areas, there's still door-to-door service for like regular mail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people are
they-
not happy when they wanted to get rid of that.
That's I'm pretty sure that's why I still have one kind of thing. Because again, like new places go up and they get this little thing put in the middle of their yard, and it's like, yeah, enjoy your mailbox, bitches. Like me, I got my own mailbox. I don't know.
Holy shit, I'm tired. Yawning. Fuck,
See,
sorry.
I've never been to North Bay, and I don't plan to visit any. Maybe I'll visit eventually when Redbeard has his beer fest in 2022. But I feel if I ever want to know, I ever want to get to know North Bay, I just watched the documentary that they came out with called The Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I imagine
Hey,
Redbeard's the
fuck you.
guy with the hockey mask.
I'm sure there was an episode of The Littlest Hobo that went through North Bay as well, but
Was that Littlest Hope? I used to watch that show. Was that actually filmed in Canada?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
I
Canadian.
don't know. I watched it when I was 6. I don't remember.
It was
That's
a Canadian.
Sorry.
Yeah, long running Canadian TV series. There was like the original one from I think the 60s or maybe even a little bit earlier, and it ran for a while. And then they did the revised version that came out in like the 70s or 80s.
The 80s, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I
So
grew up
did
with.
the same dog manage to make it through? Probably not the revised version.
No.
Through the original
No.
thing. Did the dog make it through?
No,
No.
the dog didn't make it, man.
Although I think the dogs they used were all related though, just like Lassie.
Oh, okay.
makes sense.
Because I know in Frasier the dog was around for I think the first 8 seasons, and then the dog's son for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, the dog became a little bit of tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Do it again.
I think the
Again.
dog's name was Moose.
Eddie.
No, but the
Actual,
dog's
yeah,
name
fair
was
enough.
Moose.
So Mersey Beers in the chat. He's like, Beer Merchant's website here in the UK is offering 25% off Collective Arts pack. I'm sort of curious to see what Collective Arts put in a pack. I don't
Right,
remember.
yeah.
I don't remember seeing anything here where they have their stuff packaged. So I don't know if you know what was in that pack. We can sort of let you know, unless you've had Collective Arts stuff before. North Americans are weird. The UK is easy. Mailbox is built into your front door. I remember when I used to live in Montreal, I actually had that same type of thing where the door had that little metal slot, that little rectangle, and
Right.
boom, you just push.
I'm pretty sure, like, if I had an actual house on this street kind of thing, and I wanted to, I could have that as my mailbox. I might need to
Yeah.
have a little sign or something to let the mailman know for the first little while. But I'm pretty sure that's still completely something you're allowed to do, unless again, if you're in a new development and they give you that communal blocks, then I'm pretty sure you'd be a little fucked.
Why don't you just buy yourself a real doll, then stretch out the anal orifice that you can fit letters into it, and have her bent over in front of your fence.
Then Jamie says all the Fortress of Solitude scenes from Superman were filmed in North Bay.
Right. Yeah. You know,
100% accurate.
that was during the winter in North Bay, and then, and I mean,
You know what? If any, you'd be surprised. They like the fucking
How well-
military base they've got like dug into the fucking mountainside over here kind of thing. They could have totally done that. There's a movie they did. Lawrence Fishburne was in it. It was called. I can't.
He's in every movie.
It was the hole or something. Fucking. It was like about this like the world's ended. It's all cold outside. They're all living in this bunker, and the whole movie was basically filmed inside that. It's like it was back when NORAD was still like using the old technology and shit, radar and all the kind of like they still but the old radar and stuff. You know, like the
the
super-
retired radar. Now he just shows up
antiquated
on
shit.
fucking
But yeah, this thing, it's like apparently like 3 or 4 football fields of area inside, like dug into the side of this huge hill that's here in North Bay, and it's just this giant abandoned facility right now that the military is still spending money to upkeep, but it's basically just a big empty space with a bunch of antiquated equipment in it, I think.
Sounds like a safe place to be during a pandemic.
Yeah.
If any kind of like nuclear war type shit went down, I'm pretty sure they'd reactivate it pretty quickly.
maybe.
You know where to go.
Yeah.
That's
I get
basically
it,
the reason
though.
it was built. It was built during the Cold War and shit when all that crazy stuff was going on.
So Redbeard was the feral child in the Road Warrior, was he?
Yes.
He had the boomerang.
I don't know. I can't imagine he's the guy that had the guy.
I can't throw a boomerang. I've tried many times.
Really?
Never goes well.
He's come a long way from learning the language after speaking only grunts for most of his life.
Right. Now we have not impressed with
Redbeard has no idea what we're talking about. You never seen
Not
it.
only did he get massacred in Carcassonne last night, but now he's getting insulted.
Wow. It's too soon, Ashley. Too soon.
I don't know. I don't even understand the damn game. I can't play that damn
I
game.
severely won the first game I played against Dan, so I had no problem. It's all right. The fact that they teamed up against me was a little annoying, but
Oh, they double teamed.
Well, I
you.
mean, you were kind of asking for it.
not even.
You were playing provocatively there.
Playing provocatively? What does that even mean? How do you play a game provocatively?
He had one hand on his cock.
He was playing fair and square. He wasn't being a dick like you, Nick. Oh, I'm just gonna make these dead tiles everywhere and fuck everyone else over.
He was playing fair and square.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Wow. Can you imagine back in 88 and 89, Mario Lemieux played 76 games, so not even a full season, and he had 199 points. That is
I'm
fucking
shocked.
stupid.
Insane. Well, of course, girl tenders weren't as good then than they are now, as they are now.
Did you say girl tenders?
Girl tenders, yes.
What?
Always trying to get past
delicious,
them goddamn grill tenders. I wouldn't say goalies weren't as good back then. I'd say goalies back then didn't have like 10 inches of fucking padding on either side and stuff to make their arms and legs 10 times bigger than they actually are.
That's part of it. I mean, goaltenders have improved, but they're wearing so much huger pads because of people worried about getting injured.
Yeah, but again, like those big pads are giving them so much more. Like it's so it's easier to cover that area, whereas before they had like nothing on them, so like they had double the area at least to kind of cover in that net, and no mask. Like goalies back in the day were the heroes of the fucking game.
I'm
man.
talking about 80s and 90s, not the fucking 30s and 40s.
I'm still saying back in the day. You know what I mean? Like I'd say compared to what you're saying, I'd say goaltending equipment probably hasn't changed a lot. Like it probably has improved a lot, but it probably hasn't. Like what I'm saying, the difference between way back then to now, as opposed to what you're saying to now, they're probably not super padded or anything like I was saying. So I'll give you that. Touche.
Don't touch me.
I will stroke your sweet, sweet head.
That's terrible.
It'll be great.
Huh. Well then.
Yeah.
Well then.
Redbeard, just walk away. Leave the pump, the oil, the gasoline, the whole compound, and I'll spare your life. There'll be an end to the horror, One full day to decide.
Saints of Circuit, Mercy Beers, Saints, Strategic Fiction, Audio Visual Logger, IPA number 12. Damn.
Life
That's some better shit than I get. Fuck.
So that's for $30. That's like 40 Canadian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 beers in a glass.
It's not for collective arts, who's generally kind of pricey.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's not
I'd say
bad.
that's not terrible.
$5 a beer and a $5 glass. That's not bad.
Like
It's
as if it's a fresh Life in the Clouds and a fresh Dry Hop Sour,
it's not.
and
gonna
even
be-
the Haiti State and IPA number 12. There's a couple potential good beers in there, like really good beers.
I'm surprised there's no Ransack though. You think that they would have put their like base IPA in there?
Maybe the pictures I've been sending them about the Snow Globe stuff, they've recalled it all or something.
They didn't recall shit.
It's your fault, you dick.
I'm sorry for not letting you have bad beer.
What? Snow Globe? What's wrong with Snow Globe beers?
No, like, well, no, the Ransacks that I had, the two of them that were Snow Globe, they were also like just fucking off. They were not right at all. They were fucking gross.
Why? Okay,
Yeah, you know what?
Number one,
that's pretty good
I'm
value.
not aware that Phil Collins is dead. At least not according to any news I've seen.
Yeah, not the singer.
The guy who played the act, Phil Collins in Trailer Park Boys, he died a while ago.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like
Yeah,
several years at this point. He died a while ago.
Maybe it's the anniversary of his death or something.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell you were.
The Mustard Tiger from fucking Trailer Park Boys. You never saw?
Yeah,
His name was Green Eggs and Ham. Peanut butter and jam. You never really? He was in there for a couple seasons. He was fucking hilarious. He's turning
I
my
watched
gut.
certain
Turning my gut.
seasons.
What?
Yeah, he died 7 years ago tomorrow.
Oh, fair enough then.
Well, okay, so you were kind of with Ethan on the news there.
Oh God, Ethan.
Yeah,
By the way, like, has
Oh,
anyone
just gonna
ever
try
seen,
to
has anyone
trick us.
post that post from our old friend Ethan? I think he posted on something Lee posted on or something. That dude's a conspiracy nut now.
Oh God, he's not just a nut now. He has been forever.
Yeah, I know he sort of slowly descended into madness. Like I kind of liked him better when he was a young boy that just didn't have an opinion. Now unfortunately he thinks his testicles dropped, so suddenly he has them. Oh, there's this conspiracy theory about the Democrats. Like,
I was like, I think I might have told you about this guy. When my boss was doing this whole renovation of this building when he first got it, he had this guy doing a bunch of welding and shit, and the guy, he built my deck off the side of the building. And he'd always be going off about like this and that, like the fucking like the deep state and like the fucking super in-depth, insane conspiracy theories, and you could like talk your ear off for hours and hours. And while he was here working, he got diagnosed with testicular cancer.
ouch.
And he was of the mindset that like the government's not going to help me. I'm going to go off into the bush and get everything I need to save myself, kind of thing. And we were friends on Facebook, but I like unfollowed him because of all the just random shit he kept like just flooding my fucking newsfeed with. And for some reason, probably about 6 months or so ago now, for some reason, like I found a post or something where he was like, I think it was like in my Facebook memories or something, and I was like, oh yeah, click on this guy's name, and his Facebook profile is still active, but like all the posts are like from friends of his, I guess, saying like I miss you and blah blah blah. And apparently, he did not cure himself with stuff from the forest, and he actually died. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
Hey guys, what was the ABV on the Origins of Darkness Collective Arts? beers?
10 something, I think, maybe 10.5.
Yeah, they were definitely. Yeah, yes, I think you're right. I think they're 10.5. So that's not
They're-
bad. Mersey was saying that you can get a Origins of Darkness pack from Collective Arts for £40. So and there's 4 bottles in there, so that's what, £10 a bottle. But I was thinking,
expensive.
no, I was thinking that the
Collective art stuff, that's actually a pretty good deal, I think. Like, what, 10
That's what I was
pounds
thinking.
is like 15, maybe?
Give or
Worked out
take.
to?
I mean, because I think the bottles were like $12.95 if you went to the brewery here, right?
At least. Well, I remember the only one that I can recall buying off the shelf. I had a couple other ones at bars and stuff, so obviously the price point at the bar is fucked up. But the barrel aged porter that was in that fucking like special thing with the
Yeah. That was
print
like
and stuff,
15.
that was $14.95, I think. So I want to say the Origin of Darkness probably wasn't much less than that, so maybe even 13. Is it only?
I
Is it only?
was going to say on the low end, probably like $10.95. On the high end, probably 13. So
Is it still? Was it ever at the LCBO?
no, I'm talking about if you went to the brewery and bought it.
I was curious at the.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah, I guess we could probably just check, right?
I just did nothing on the LCBO site that I can see.
So yeah, it's actually pretty impressive how much Collective Arts is expanding over in the UK.
It is.
Yeah.
And the fact, like, I don't know about the dates and stuff on things like the IP number 12, Life in the Clouds, and the Hazy State and stuff, but if they're somehow getting it over there and it's still pretty fresh, then good on them, man.
It's not going to be fresher than a month old. And
Again, like any of them, they're good for 2
yeah, they'd be fine.
2 months or so before they start to drop off a bit.
That pina colada sour after 3 months, if it's not.
I don't know if I had that one.
I think I did. I think I bought it for Amy. Usually, I buy a lot of the fruited sours for Amy, and then I like take small sips of them. She just likes those like fruity sours and shit like that. So, not that I'm saying that they're girl drinks, because they're not.
I feel like her pet name for you is Fruity Sour.
That fell flat there.
It
Not
could,
your best.
it could be. Why not?
You know what? They can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners, man. You're just chucking darts. Ugh.
You don't watch the. I'm assuming you did. You also didn't watch the Trailer Park Boys, Greg, because you don't know who that is.
Nope, I never watched Trailer Park Boys.
Fair enough.
I know there's that weird guy that looks like he has Down syndrome. That's all I know about
Bubbles.
See,
I watched.
I-
I watched up until I think the season before. What's his name? The Leahy actor, Jim Dunham, whatever. Before he died, but like the first 10 or so seasons of that show are so like the episode like when the season where Sebastian Bach comes in and like the fucking Swayze Express and all that crazy, like it's so goddamn ridiculous, but it's so good.
It is so funny, yeah.
Like for now, if you want like kind of in that same I guess realm ish of Canadian humor, we've got Letterkenny, which is pretty fun.
What about the Red Green Show? I watch that sometimes.
That was entertaining back in the day. I couldn't stand his like nephew, whatever the fuck it was, the guy with the guitar. I fucking hated that guy.
Harold Green or whatever.
Yeah, fuck that stupid moron, man. The only thing I like the duct tape things he did, and the black and white segments where it was like his old buddy, whatever, doing some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Those were great, but
Adventures with Bill.
yeah, a lot of the show was just kind of it fell flat for me a little bit. Like for like Canadian variety type, like SCTV, that was fucking gold back in the day, man. That was so good. Like John Candy, fucking Eugene Levy, Martin Short. I think fucking wasn't Steve Martin on there too? It was like a Canadian just smorgasbord of
Steve Martin's
fucking
on there.
amazing talent, man.
Mm.
It's an awesome show.
I never got into that Red Green Show personally, but here we go.
I was a big fan of it when I was a kid. So, I don't know how far we are with comments here. I'm just cluing in right now.
You know,
Tenders of his face. That sounds fucking horrible, but I love it.
Yeah. Origins
That'd be
Darkness
delicious,
Pack
actually.
Collective Arts 40-25.
Yeah, we're at that. We've gone all through all that part, Nick. Turn your camera back
mention
on.
there.
What are you doing over there?
Nah, masturbate.
Fucking hosting the goddamn
Of
show.
course
with
he's
this camera.
masturbating. We're all
My fucking
masturbating.
channel. This place is.
That makes it okay.
It might be okay.
yeah, you know what? I would. That Collective Arts pack looks pretty good. I'm actually looking at it on the Beer Merchants website.
I'm just having fun. I like being close to you, Ashley.
We all like being close to Ashley Saxton.
There we go. Yeah. See now Nick's picking a missing out on this.
Oh my God, Nick looks like he's a big hairy vagina hole.
You need to file down those sharp teeth there, Nick.
Oh,
Jesus, Nick.
File down those.
Got my chair here.
File down those sharp vagina teeth.
You need to throw a belt sander in your mouth.
Throw a belt in. You had to throw it right in there, man. I apologize.
I'm aware Nick is kind of self-conscious. But I've seen people with like your teeth are kind of fucked up, but you take care of them. They're not like brown and
Yeah,
I've seen people with fucked up teeth that don't fucking take care, man. Like it's
I don't
No.
want to. I don't want
Red-
fucking. I can't afford to get dental work done, so it's just like I don't want
Dude,
fucking
I
cavities
fucking
right
love
now.
it when Redbeard tries to make things better. He's like, your teeth are fucked up, but
He's
I've
just
seen
like
worse.
digging a hole. Digging a hole. Hey,
I don't
I
think
got
I'm
a
sick.
nice
No.
small hole.
You know what I mean?
Big.
God damn it.
I love Redbeard.
It's like Redbeard hits on girls, but I like you're kind of cute by being for a fat chick.
No, not at all. No, again, like if Nick hadn't said stuff
It's
like this about it
that
before, I
huge
wouldn't
nose
have,
of yours is hardly noticeable.
You know, you got a really pretty face, which is really surprising because
For
the
a
size
cunt.
of your nose is amazing. I will be back in probably 10 minutes. I have to go put my kids to sleep.
Gonna go give it to
It's
the
like
wife.
you got beautiful eyes for a homely chick kind of thing. It's
Right?
just- Jesus Christ,
No.
Redbeard.
Again, I was saying, fucking, I'm good for you for taking care of your teeth, man. Fuck you for taking it wrong, bastard.
So you got shitty teeth, but fuck you take care of them.
You fuck. You've said to me many times, I've got shitty teeth and blah blah blah, and I was just like echoing. I'm fucking saying exactly what you've said to me in the past. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
well, it's different when I say it.
Oh, okay.
I'm being self-deprecating.
Yeah,
And and
Nick-
me saying good job on taking
You're
care
just
of your
being
teeth was super insulting.
if
Super
Nick, came up,
insulting.
if Nick came up to you, Redbeard, and
Asshole.
said, "I'm a fucking fat ass," do you think it would be appropriate for you to go right back like 2 days later and go, you know, Nick, how you're a fucking fat ass?
Maybe. I don't know.
My God,
This wasn't 2 days ago though. This like
You're a
many
monster.
times Nick has said something about his teeth. I was
You're a
saying like good for you for taking care of your teeth. That's all. And like after Ashley said the whole file down your teeth and shit fucking thing, and I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for sure.
What did
Damn
you
you
say?
all!
What did you say about Nick's teeth? You're
Nick,
muted.
if it
Nick.
makes you feel any better, your teeth are better than Linda's.
Shit, you missed everything I was pitching back at him.
Oh,
I feel terrible about that.
what? Redbeard make fun of your teeth?
Jesus.
yeah,
Fuck's sake.
Dick move.
no.
Great legs, far backs I can remember. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. I was trying to compliment Nick and nobody.
So, you got beautiful eyes for a homely chick, or you got.
Just said that already. Come on
Okay,
now.
you did get that part. All right. I don't know why I muted myself then.
Yeah, we heard you there. Which again, yeah, that's exactly what I was going for when I said like
You got great hair,
good job
chest, and wildebeest.
on fucking goddamn.
You might be fucking ugly, but man, you're a winner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a real nice personality.
No,
You got a
yeah,
great personality. For
I
an
don't
ugly person.
I don't think Nick's ugly at all.
Except for his fucked up teeth, right?
Yeah.
Again, like I said, they're a little.
You're choosing.
I'm not sure what they know. They're not. I guess a little bit fucked up. That's the way I can think of to say it. But again, they're fine. They're not like sticking out like rah, like they're. And he takes care of them. They're nice. They're white looking. They look like good, nice teeth. They're fucking.
They're not North Bay normal, is what you're saying?
I've seen some crazy shit downtown here in
North Bay prostitute normal.
Like even myself, like my bottom teeth. Yeah.
Oh, you such a fucking freak, Redbeard.
No, like it's not coming through on the camera, but they're fucking. When I was younger, my dentist wanted to, and I actually called them train tracks. He wanted to put me in braces, and it would have been covered under my dad's health insurance and stuff. But I was
We get it, Greg. You got nice
scared.
teeth.
I do.
They're pretty straight. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, my teeth are fucking perfect.
I never. Now
This
that we're
is
like
good
focused on
content.
it, there we go.
This is good
Yeah, Greg.
content.
Greg's got the muscular calves in the teeth world.
I do. Those are my two defining features. But see, the thing is, I also don't have like a 3-foot penis like Nick does. So give and take.
Yeah.
I'd say as far between like the three of us that are showing ourselves right now, Nick's teeth are the whitest. Like I drink way too much pop. Like Greg's are all right, but Nick's glow, man. They got like they're white.
That goes back to his racism.
That makes
Yeah.
it more noticeable.
It could just be like that. It could just be your camera too, like even your face, like everything about
It's actually
the lighting in your setup is more white.
Okay, look at Mercy Beer's comment.
I saw
there.
it. I saw it.
North Bay normal, like meth teeth.
I'm thinking.
Again,
It's actually got freakishly white teeth. It's just my camera.
It's like
yeah,
what,
no, I can believe it.
what's the word for it? The Wendy teeth? So like
The Wendy teeth. What?
get a Wendy. You're Breaking Bad.
Mm.
I don't.
You want a
I-
Wendy?
I don't even
Been
get
a
that
while,
reference, and I watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
What? You
I've
don't
only
remember
watched through
Wen-
the whole thing once, so I don't.
Okay,
but-
you remember the motel, meth motel, the prostitute in the meth motel? Give everybody head for money.
I feel I need to watch this show again because I
Yeah,
don't remember this.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
That's Wendy.
Okay.
Okay. I've
All right,
honestly
anyway.
totally forgotten that show. I'm like all
Really?
about Better Call Saul now.
Oh my god,
God.
last episode of
Better Call Saul
was fucking amazing.
Please don't
I,
spoil
um,
anything. I still
Yeah,
haven't
don't
seen that
spoil
show.
it. I watched episode
I'm
5
not
last
spoiling
night.
it, but you should watch it.
No, I
What-
want to. That's why I just said please don't.
What episode are they on now? I watched
Nine.
season 5, episode 5 last
They're
night,
episode
so we're on 9.
Got one episode left the season finale.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch some this weekend.
Yeah,
So
because,
you're on?
I feel a few of the episodes were a little bit weaker, like probably 6 or 7 were a little bit weaker. Last
Okay.
week's was good. This week's was fucking amazing.
You know what?
Yeah,
A lot
well-
of people told me like when I went to go watch Breaking Bad, because I started watching it. I think when the second to last season started, so I had like a fair bit of catching up, and people were like, season 3 or 5, I can't remember. One of the seasons, like, it's going to be so slow and you're going to hate this one season, but get through it. And I watched the show and I never had any of that issue at all. Every episode, even the ones that were a bit more
The
slow,
final
the writing and stuff was just fucking, that show
It
was
was a
gold,
great
man.
show from start to finish, but the season where they had that big showdown with Gus Fring was just fucking amazing.
Oh, was that the one? Is that with like the ding 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 thing at the end with the
the ding ding ding?
yeah,
and
where he walks out the fucking door and like that was
Oh, look, we got Ray Stevens.
That was a little bit of a weird CG effect, if we're being honest, but
it was on
Where he
and like
fixes his tie. Yeah, right.
yeah, and like how are you gonna live that long? That was kind of exaggerated and fantastical, but it was still great. It was so well done.
yeah. No, that entire show, the thing about the show and Better Call Saul is the exact same fucking way. It's a slow burn. It doesn't give you necessarily maybe the exciting payoff you always want, but it's so interesting getting there. Like even the movie with Jesse is like there wasn't
El
really even like
Camino?
a climax for that movie. Maybe the shootout
Well,
at
and
the
Better
end,
Call
that was
Saul is a
kind of
prequel,
boring,
isn't
but
it? It's all a prequel.
It was interesting.
So that the Mike Ehrmantraut, whatever the fuck guy, he's in there the whole time, isn't he? Like,
Mhm. Yep.
'cause, yeah, he was one of the best fucking things about Breaking Bad. He was awesome.
Yeah, I was actually thinking as I was watching Better Call Saul, I was getting into the seasons, is like, you know what? They could just spin off into a Mike show and I'd watch that. I don't give a fuck about Saul all that much.
Nice. I didn't like Mike in Breaking Bad. I will say that Mike kind of died in a. He had probably one of the worst deaths in that show.
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
recall.
not a great point in that show. Like especially
Which
now-
one
now
was
I
this?
will
Sorry.
say-
In Breaking Bad, where Mike, like Saul's bodyguard died.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, that one kind of for such a great character.
Yeah.
That one
Just
kind of
shut
sucked.
up and let
Yeah,
me
like
die.
and I
Just
mean,
let
let's
me
be honest,
die.
Walter White was a pussy compared to Mike. So
You ever
Well,
shut
yeah.
up?
All the shit that Mike's done,
Like,
in his
even,
life, all the shit we said he's seen him do, and he loses to Walter White like that.
And Buddy there,
Yeah,
his
that
what was
a
his
little
name?
iffy.
Shrey, the bald guy who's been in like a bunch of other shows, who was like his brother-in-law, whatever, who finds out. Like,
Yeah, what was
Hank.
it?
yeah, he. I feel like he maybe didn't have to die the way that whole fucking insane thing went down. Like,
I like the deaths in it because they're kind of realistic. Like they just kind of like,
yeah,
you know, they don't become like scripted TV show deaths.
Well, it was cool,
that have
too,
to be,
'cause, like,
fantastical and shit. They just
they-
die and people
they weren't
just die.
allowed. They weren't allowed to say fuck, but they did. Like when he died, he's like, "My name is Hank, weird last name, and fuck you" or something. And like they muted it out. But if you get the Blu-rays or whatever, it's there. It was like the same
Well,
about
it's
The
like
Walking Dead
the
did that at
first
one of the ends.
episode is tits and
Oh,
down,
there's swearing?
that
Oh
first
my
episode.
god.
Yeah, that's AMC for you though. They're bullshit. When that comes back.
Here's the thing with that show is I almost feel that show went to season too long because the thing is you had Gus Fring, who's this really, really interesting villain, and you know they got rid of him. Season 5 was kind of like you got these fucking meth hillbillies that are fucking the guys, and they end up being the big bads at the end. And the way he kind of kills them at the end, like spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Breaking Bad, but you know he gets a fucking like goddamn automated machine gun. It's like I really felt that episode that whole season kind of, you know, really.
They tried to make that gun on MythBusters. Actually, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, they did. That was actually a cool episode. I'm not saying it's not possible to do because MythBusters did it. I'm just saying like it didn't really seem to match with the show. Like the show was really so smart, and the last season was just kind of like, this is a little bit off. I mean,
I was
Going
all
back
right.
to,
I was all right with it. I was okay with Walter White becoming the new Gus Fring basically, and having
Yeah.
to tie up all the loose ends, and he just couldn't do it.
Going back to one of the earlier seasons and the whole like they were so smart. Another MythBusters thing. I think they might have done 2 episodes on Breaking Bad. With the episode where Jesse decides to copy Walter or whatever, like dissolve the body in the fucking tub or whatever, and it comes through the fucking floor.
Oh yeah,
The
great.
acid, like they tried that on MythBusters with like a pig and shit, and the acid they used would it dissolved the pig no problem, but like the bathtub was completely fine. It was kind of funny. And like just how violent some acids react with like stuff going into them. I never seen anything before actually seeing that episode of MythBusters. It's kinda creepy.
They do get a lot of their stuff right though. Like my friend Daniel there, he's actually a chemist, and he can confirm that. Yeah, they actually show you basically how to make meth.
Nice.
if you know what you're doing, you can.
Well, there was the episode where Walter ended up he was like I think he saved Jesse because he was in like the top floor of a building with that Tuco guy. I think it was maybe.
Tuco, yeah.
But yeah, and he like throws that thing down and it makes that big explosion. Then they fucking get away.
Yeah.
They did something like that. I saw something regarding that. It might not have been MythBusters, but something on some other maybe YouTube type show where they were like, "Yeah, that's totally a thing you could do too." It's pretty crazy. Ding ding, emptying
Ding,
the
ding.
bottle.
Yeah, he's
Shame.
singing. He's gonna blow.
Shame.
Nice.
Yeah, you know the thing that amazes me most about Better Call Saul is honestly I didn't give a shit about Saul that much. Like I thought he was an okay side character, and I was like, why do I want a show about him? And truth be told, is that the show he's okay on the show, but really it's about the other characters around him that just make the show so good. Like I would, it's still up in the air depending how they finish this season and the last season, but I almost feel it's as good, if not better, than Breaking Bad.
I'd say it's better.
It's a hot take. Ding. Hot take.
I totally agree. It's better. It's more.
Well, I, should
enjoyable.
probably, I should probably pick it up again because I stopped watching after a while.
You know what? Right now, just because for some reason I haven't gotten to it at this point, I'm going to download season 1.
No, it's a good show, and it's an interesting show how it evolves. Like every season kind of is its own thing, but it's sort of part of an overall plot. Now, I will say I do have a few issues with the way they've treated the Mike character. I feel there's a certain thing they did at the end of last season and the finale that I feel was a bit out of his character that I don't think he would have done, but what do I know?
I mean, he was a dirty cop. I mean, So he,
Was he a dirty cop though? I know he killed the other cops because they killed his son.
Are you spoiling much of it right now?
No, he was a dirty cop, but his son got killed because they were dirty cops, and then he went on revenge.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that, Red Bear. That literally has no real bearing on the actual show.
Yeah, no, I'm not spoiling anything that actually is in the show about. But yeah, no, it's just I don't know. I thought they maybe bent his character in ways he probably wouldn't go, but I don't know. I mean, I even think Breaking Bad didn't treat his character with the respect it deserved, as we sort of spoke about how he met his final end.
I don't think they knew what they had until they brought him back for Saul. That's the thing.
Well, exactly. Yeah, but he was
that's
such
a good point.
Like he was a character. Quite frankly, they should have fucking killed Jesse and kept Mike alive. Like, Jesse was a little bitch half the show.
Well, the thing is, if Mike survived, he would have been the one who ended up killing Walter White.
I would have been totally fine with that.
Because he would have been the one that's like, I got to finally get rid of this motherfucker. Like, if anything, Mike could have been the guy to take over for Gus.
Or I could have actually seen the season finale being where Walter White teamed up with Mike. They took down those fucking hillbillies. Then Mike at the end is just kind of like, yeah, I got to end you too.
Yeah.
But I would strongly suspect that probably that's a regret they have for the show, especially considering how important he is in Better Call Saul now. Like he started out as a side character in the first few episodes, the first season even, and now he's the main character basically. He's more important than fucking Saul is. So
nice. Random tangent to another show that I guess you probably won't care about, but season two of that Harley Quinn animated DC show has started, and it is fucking hilarious, man. It's so good.
Fuck you for bringing this up. That's
it's
fucking
so
bullshit.
fucking good, man. It's
not
like
possible.
It is.
Cartoon.
What that your logic right there doesn't even make sense. It's still real people behind it, so it's animated. They can make it more fun and colorful and.
Oh yay! Color is fun.
Yeah. Okay. All the things you're against colors and fun right there. Sorry, yeah.
Well, we've established that something happened that's really traumatized Jimmy's childhood. That he's
we were talking about that before, trying to analyze it. Something.
Yeah.
Did your parents die and you didn't become Batman or something like?
That was my speculation. You were kind of like the rich, spoiled Bruce Wayne who didn't have his parents die and get trained by awesome ninjas. So you just
that's
we're going around the whole CC Fortune thing. Like, yeah, you didn't have parents; you were raised by butlers.
Nailed it on the head right there.
Did your parents die and you didn't become Batman? That
No,
is the
no.
funniest thing you've ever fucking said.
My parents are well alive. I just spoke to them on the phone before I
They're
get on
your
a call with
butler
you fucking guys.
parents. They're not your real parents.
Yeah.
Again,
No,
it's-
I no. Here's the thing. I like to challenge. That's just what I do, and I'm challenging you guys to mature and grow at some point in time. And if that means I have to constantly pick at you for things like cartoons and Legos and games and all that shit, so be it. I'm gonna be that fucking devil on your shoulder, driving you fucking nuts, saying grow the fuck up. But hey, that's just me. Gonna drag you.
You say driving me nuts, but all it does is make me sad at all the fun you're missing out on. Because again, like,
Listen,
this show is a cartoon meant for adults. It's fucking they swear every second line. There's fucking people getting their fucking faces ripped off and shit. It's a cartoon not meant for kids.
Listen, dude,
So-
I'm a barrel of laughs. I am a fun guy. I got all kinds.
You were a barrel of
listen,
laughs
Science
that
teacher
fucking
joke,
got
you're a funny
drained
guy.
dry when I feel like you were 6 months old or something and it never got refilled.
No, man.
Are you a fun guy or a fun guy? As in
I'm a-
F-U-N-G-I,
I was
as
gonna
in
say, it's a
I'm a fun guy.
He's a mushroom man.
Exactly.
I thought Euro was
Yeah,
being pulled off the teat too soon.
No. Listen, I just
or kept on too long.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that could be it too.
see, like I have fun hanging out with good people like Craig of Ken Beer Reviews. That's where I get my
What
jollies.
about me?
there.
You were.
Well, I don't know.
Actually, speaking of, Craig has been here for probably about 15 minutes now, and hey, Craig,
That's why.
no, buddy.
That's why I brought him up.
Christ.
I do. I do.
Cheers, man.
I do.
Good.
How you doing? You
Just
keeping
getting over
healthy?
Yeah, just got over a bit of flu, but yeah, I'm all right now.
Okay.
It wasn't
I'm
the
glad- glad
as
to
long
hear
as it wasn't the
that.
Spanish flu, it's fine.
I'm all right. I'm fine.
Oh, Spanish flu.
No,
That's
no, I'm not that old.
100 years ago.
Yeah,
man.
Spanish flu. Now, if you get that, you're fine.
If
pretty
there's
much,
any
unless
time
you're
for a
an anti-vaxxer.
resurgence, you know, come
I'm
on.
drinking.
Unless you're an anti-vaxxer,
I'm drinking
you
that.
don't have to worry about.
How many
That's true.
anti-vaxxers are going to be like, I don't want to take the coronavirus vaccine because it's going to make me
10%.
autistic?
I've actually
I hope
seen
they
a
do.
fair number of shit on my fucking Facebook thing. Like, there's this whole weird Bill Gates vaccine
hold on.
conspiracy
Red-
thing
Red
going
Beard.
around right now, and it's
Fucking
fucking making me mad.
I'm going to interrupt you for
Is
one
that- is-
second. I
Go ahead, man.
didn't
Go
hear
ahead.
what you have to say, but I want to know what Craig's drinking because he
Go
just
ahead.
flashed it on camera.
I was done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Craig,
an
tell
Imperial
us what you're
Stout.
drinking.
An Imperial Stout from Brewing by
Ooh.
Numbers in London
Oh,
with chocolate and
Chocolate
coconut.
and coconut. And what's the alcohol? 10%?
Ooh, very dangerous.
10%, yeah.
That's a good percentage of alcohol.
It's a pretty can. Yeah.
Yes. It's
a cool looking beer.
Yeah, it's got all the shit on the back there, but yeah, 10%. Nice beer.
Nice.
Nick, did you
It's,
grab a new beverage?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Ooh, what you got?
A
What you
Rickard
got,
drink.
buddy?
What have I got right here? You would probably appreciate this one.
He's got a tripod.
Oh, I feel like
Whoa.
is it?
You have to give me
It's
a-
Aphrodite or aphrodisiac or fucking
Yeah, aphrodisiac.
yeah.
Yeah.
My guessing skills are on point. Unlike Greg when we play Scriblio.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Oh.
Hey! Oh,
I'm kidding.
walk in here. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm walking.
Oh, I do. I give credit where it's due. Greg is really good at the drawing. Well, using his iPad gives him a really obvious
trying to
advantage in
make
that game. It's kind of funny.
It
Yeah,
gives
I
him an
don't think
advantage,
the
and yet
iPad
he's terrible at
makes
it. So
makes me feel-
Not terrible at it. Just
I feel like Greg gets like unnecessarily frustrated with that kind of stuff. Where like I
Yeah.
can't guess the thing, and like I
he
get all
draws
mad.
like he's a
Get
little
frust-
slow.
No, he draws great. Greg draws great.
You get
I'm not
frustrated at
good
games.
at guessing words. I've never been good at this, so it annoys me.
Yeah, no,
Not good with the
understandable.
book learning.
I wasn't gonna go there. God damn it, Lee. So mean.
He's a little slow. He's a little bit of a bada bing. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? A
He's,
little bit of the
he's not-
gabagoo in the between the
he's
ears.
not currently disproving you at all.
I'm gonna assume these comments are.
He's eating the tinfoil. Look at him. He's munching on tinfoil. He's a little irregular.
Guy. God damn it, Greg.
Yes, look at this fucking guy over here.
All right, so I'm
What's
gonna
that? Nightcap?
comments have already been read.
Nightcap from Steam Wrestle, or what's the
Yeah, I think so.
COVID's having a ball.
He's got like robot
I'm
lips.
having the barrel age version of this now because I kind of want to test it out, but I'm gonna get annihilated.
Good.
A glass of water first. Like a
Yeah, you don't seem really drunk at all right now, currently. So
I'm tipsy at this point, but I have the feeling it's gonna catch up with me.
oh, you
Yeah, you
drink
know-
some water.
don't-
Maybe eat a piece of bread or something. A piece of food.
Yeah, I think the fact I can still hear Greg what he's saying, it tells me he's not yet there. But when it
His,
gets like that,
his eyes are still very open at this point.
But he pretty much like he either falls asleep like slowly or he hits a wall. Like it's no in between there with him. He just kind of either does one of the two.
I much prefer the slowly
Don't-
thing, like hitting. Like I was saying before earlier tonight, like just drinking some beers and you're sitting here and it's like, I'm fine. Then all of a sudden, wham! I'm fucking hammered. Where did that come from? And I don't like that. That pisses me off.
The beer. I mean, don't go out on the balcony. That's all I can say. To
Ooh.
Greg.
Yeah.
Still can't believe I fell off my fucking roof.
I can fucking
I
believe
can.
it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that
I,
always sounds like something
you know
would
what?
do often.
I can believe it. The fact I can't believe that I fucking did it, and that I was completely and 100% fine. Like I didn't land on anything. It was just weird, surreal sort of experience when I had that keg, and I was trying to get snow from the overhang roof thing to fill the fucking thing I was keeping the keg in, and I was kicking the fucking snow to like break it up, and I kicked the one I guess was right near the edge, and I slipped and and I'm just like floating through the air, and I can like see them. I'm like, oh shit, like into the snow below me, and I'm like,
do you have the
I'm
do you have the
fine.
security
I'm fine.
do you have the security camera footage of that? I would love to see it.
that's an area that's not under surveillance. But if that was a thing, then I would have kept it for sure.
For educational purposes, I mean.
I would have kept it. That would
Yeah.
be great.
That would be a great gift.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that you actually learned from your mistake and didn't go up there again and fall off because you
Well,
didn't hurt yourself the first time.
Like what you're just saying
Yeah,
there,
how many
I
times-
did consider
how many
being
times-
like, you know what? Maybe I should set up a camera and do it again and like have it all be funny. But I'm like, no. If I try to do it on
again,
purpose,
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself probably. So I was like, no. Like,
As long as you still get it on camera.
thanks.
Exactly.
buddy.
Yeah, that's the main thing. That's the main thing.
What's happening on Greg's side?
Sex
Wow.
club comes home.
Wow,
Oh.
what the hell's
Oh, no.
Greg doing?
Well, I think she's just since been.
He's
There we go.
he's
I think we're
He's
just
having fun.
witnessing. I think we're witnessing the precursor to a divorce right now.
Yeah, somebody called the cops.
Greg and Agnes have like one of the happiest fucking fun relationships I've ever seen in my life, man. They're like
Yeah, it seems
Greg and
quite
Agnes
good.
are great. Greg and Agnes are two of my fucking favorite people in the goddamn world. They're great. They're fucking
I think
awesome people.
I think Agnes and Tom's wife would get on quite well. I reckon.
Tom's.
You know. Yeah,
Tom
from
is.
the Beer Flow show.
Is it Eric's wife? No, Todd's wife. Todd's
Todd's wife and Agnes. I reckon they could get on quite well.
You know what? I kind of, I can see that.
Yeah,
She's fun.
they got well, but then they're quite similar kind of personalities. So maybe not. And sometimes, but yeah, I reckon they could. Need to sort that out sometime. Go on, that's drinkable for 10. Oh, all the coconut Bounty Bar in a glass.
Ash is back, but he's happy in the bed. Ashley's just chilling in the background, being all happy. We can take Gregor for now till he comes
Sorry.
back. Bring Ashley back.
Yeah, Greg's beating his wife right now, so we'll just read that.
Yeah,
All right.
I was gonna say, did somebody call the cops, please?
Come on, Ashley. Turn your stuff
Some,
on.
well.
somebody
buddy.
needs to.
It's not-
Somebody,
There he is.
Hey,
There he
Who's
was.
this guy?
Hey, Craig.
How you doing?
Badabagoosh.
Hey, Dan.
Gabagoo.
Okay, there he is. Okay.
Cheers.
You little motherfuckers, we just need a
How's
little bit
life?
of gabagoo over here. That's all we need.
Good. Full-time homeschooling father / chef. Going great. It's going
Oh,
great.
yeah. I've been brushing up on my.
Hey, a random
I
thought
did,
with I guess Craig also probably doing a bit of homeschooling type stuff. Are you guys kind of relearning anything throughout this process that like you're like, oh shit, I don't remember that.
I'm a rubbish teacher. Yeah,
I'm a rubbish teacher as well.
Nice.
Liam had an assignment on proper nouns, and I was like, "Here, let me find a YouTube video for you." What the fuck? I don't know.
Let me Google that for you.
You know what? These days, though, I guess like imagine trying to homeschool your kids like 50 years ago when that kind of like you couldn't just like those resources weren't available. You'd have to like maybe talk to a friend or something. Be like, I need help with my kids. Can you help me with my kids' homework or something? Like,
but
crazy.
At the end of the day, we all have our strengths and weaknesses when it comes to school. Like,
fair enough.
Unless you're a big like Ewart nerd and you're awesome at everything, or you tell everyone you're awesome at everything. Like, I'm good with math. I'm good with science. Give me social studies, no problem. But like when it comes to like proper like English and grammar and stuff like that, all that stuff that Redbeard proposes to be an expert on.
I don't propose to be an expert. Never said I was an expert.
He's like
never
a
said
keyboard.
that.
He's like a Facebook keyboard warrior on that shit. He's like, "Oh, where's the comma? Where's the comma? Why are you yelling at me?" And you know, all that stuff. I'm not so good on that. So you know, I'll pass that on to Google. So
I've been doing a lot of kind of like practical kind of stuff with like this is like a book for like yesteryear's gardening.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
So I've been trying to teach her like just maths and science and all that sort of thing. I ain't good at that. So let's learn this together, and then we plant stuff.
That's fucking awesome, man. That's so like you're learning together. That's fucking kudos to you, man. I love that. And gardening. Gardening is a skill that like once you know that kind of shit, that's something that can help you feed yourself and your family for the rest of your life, potentially, kind of thing. That's awesome, dude.
That's the thing, it's free food.
Actually, why does your camera keep going on and off? What are you doing?
Hey, here he is, and now he's gone again.
What are you doing?
He's like magic. He keeps popping in and out of existence or something like. I don't understand.
See, I've been trying to teach my kids chemistry through brewing, but they don't give a fuck. I'm trying to teach them gardening about like growing hops. They don't give a fuck.
Really?
It's a bunch of ungrateful shit.
Fucking
man, you've got to figure out some way to make it
interesting to me. I know. I've been trying.
Well,
with the beer
not to you. I mean to them. Like you need to like make it so like they. I don't even know how to go about it, but like some way to make it fun for them or to make it so they're like.
Fuck
them. They want to do it. I don't know.
I'm just joking. I'm kidding. Actually, with the kids, I've been trying to teach them how to make their own lunch and stuff like that. And keep in mind, like
he's just trying to make himself have less work when all this is over.
Is it just teaching your kids how to brew your own beer for you?
Now we're gonna learn how to
watch kids. Dad needs to get drunk.
Okay, well, here's the deal.
Pull out all the furniture in the living room, vacuum behind that shit. Teaching it.
This is how you do dinner.
By trade, I am a manager, and guess what managers do? They delegate tasks.
Oh, that makes it completely fine.
So I am enriching their lives. I am teaching them new skills. I am empowering them with to go ahead and do the task, and then I follow up.
You were pretending that they are your tiny employee. What are you doing?
Exactly. Next thing you know, they're all gonna be like they're on their knees, fitting him with shoes, and checking his.
When Ash's shoe store finally reopens, there's going to be a tiny little fucking little thing in the front with a bunch of small little people offering shoe signs for a nickel.
I'm all for child labor. They have those small hands; they're perfect for doing that kind of stuff.
And I don't shine shoes. Okay, let's get this straight. I don't.
No, that's why I said you're going to get your children to have their own little fucking thing out front. They can shine the shoes before the customers come in.
Hey, go get your fucking shine box.
Right? Go get your shine box.
Isn't there a great Johnny Cash song about Shoe Shine Boy? That's
Possibly.
it. Shoe
It's
shine
probably,
by.
it's probably super racist though, so we probably shouldn't.
Probably really bad.
What?
It's little black shoe shine boy.
Oh, yeah, it's,
White people shoes.
Make me take this fucking thing offline.
listen, Nick. Can you play Johnny Cash "Get Rhythm" on the thing?
No, that
maybe.
You'll
a
get-
second.
Yeah. Play that online because that won't get you taken down.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't want to fucking Olympic hurling this shit.
He'll just get this monetized. That's all for them.
Say dismonetized.
Listen, I'll
I had no
compensate for any
intention of
money.
that, man.
For any money you would lose if by demonetization by playing that, I will compensate in full.
Nick
So-
makes
I'll
tens
do
of
that.
$1,000 per video, man. You can afford that.
Yeah, for
Tens of thousands.
somebody else.
Prove it.
Nick,
Show me the receipts.
I can't.
watch some YouTube Photoshop videos. Do it.
Oh, God,
Do it.
Shut up, Redbeard.
What the fuck? I'm trying to help you, man. Photoshop those numbers. Come on.
Nick
Fucking
sees
shop
that
is
train a coming around the bend, and Nick ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Shining shoes in prison, like that little black child.
Wow.
That's well,
I'm Johnny Cash, and I got really fucking racist all of a sudden.
Wow. All right. Apologize.
randomly
for-
the actual Johnny Cash song that Lee was referencing there.
called Get Rhythm.
Volbeat does a really good cover of that song.
No covers. God damn it, man. Fucking why you ruin everything?
No
Yeah,
covers.
nobody's allowed to fucking
What you
take
really
anybody's stuff. Like fuck you, you fucking you old bastard. What the hell? No covers.
Oh.
So there's a bunch of great covers out there, man. And again, Volbeat's cover of that song is fucking great. It's really good.
Johnny
Volbeat.
Cash's
Volbeat. Volbeat.
And who's that? Some fucking guy in Peoria, like in his fucking basement, doing like a
No,
fucking
they're-
electric
they're-
version.
They are an incredibly
Jesus.
popular band, is what they are. And if
Never
you
heard of
like them. That's fine. I've never heard of probably a bunch of bands that you listen to, so whatever.
Okay, so Johnny Cash's cover of "Hurt" was a very good rendition. I found.
Also true.
So if we're talking about cover songs, yeah, most of them are shit, but there are a few golden nuggets.
Although "Hurt" was actually, I believe, written by Trent Reznor for Johnny Cash. I think Trent Reznor
Really?
just did it first.
Nah, I think it was actually one of the songs on like a Nine Inch Nails album.
No, it was,
Yeah.
but what
No,
Lee just said,
that's what I just said.
like, it was
but-
originally
But
like he wrote it
years
But
earlier.
you're saying that he wrote it for Johnny Cash. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about Johnny Cash made it better. Yes.
No, like
No,
what Lee's
what
saying
I'm-
is
what
like
I'm
the same
saying
thing.
is there's
Both in
a
the
bunch
same.
of there's a bunch of artists, famous artists now that you know that are like contemporary fucking musicians. They were writing songs back in the day for people like Johnny Cash. Like Glenn Danzig wrote for
Oh,
Johnny
yeah.
Cash and Roy Orbison.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
Downward Spiral, 1994. When did Johnny Cash do "Hurt"?
It was after that.
Oh,
But,
well,
yeah,
but like-
early 2000s, isn't it?
But it was like he was that was when he was revitalizing his career with Rick Rubin at that point, wasn't he? Like doing
No,
the American...
Johnny Cash did Hurt like just a couple years before he died, I think.
Yeah.
It was like
But-
after his wife died.
So you're talking
But
8
still,
years
that-
later.
Yeah,
That,
8
that
years
doesn't
later.
that doesn't negate the fact that like what Lee just said, he might have originally wrote it as a song to be sang by Johnny Cash, and Johnny Cash might have passed on it for whatever reason. And
mean,
then at this point in
Bruce-
time, he's like, I want to sing it now.
I mean, Bruce Springsteen
I don't-
wrote the song "Fire" for Elvis, but Elvis decided not to record it, and then Bruce
Well, it's
Springsteen did it later.
According to this on the Wikipedia page, it says that Reznor actually asked Cash if he would cover his song.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
You too.
Oh, Reznor was asked if Cash would cover his song. Could cover his song. Reznor said he was flattered but worried the idea sounded gimmicky. Okay, so no,
Okay, so I was wrong about that one. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
No, I admit it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he admitted it right away. God damn it.
but does it really matter? Because I mean, Johnny Cash's rendition of "Hurt" is fucking amazing.
It was.
What really matters was that Lee says he was wrong, and that is right. He is wrong. Lee is wrong.
I will shine your shoes like that little
Apparently,
black child.
the single.
No. I shine some shoes today
So,
to see if they'll still get shiny.
all right. So apparently, the single for "Hurt" from Johnny Cash had a cover of "Personal Jesus" as the B side.
Really?
That's true.
That's
I've never
another
heard that one.
another good cover. Marilyn Manson's cover of "Personal Jesus." Pretty fucking great.
Soundgarden wrote Rusty Cage for Johnny Cash.
What?
Crazy.
No way.
Yes.
Personal Jesus is what's the name?
Depeche Mode, originally.
Depeche Mode, yeah. Depeche Mode, yeah.
Okay, but hold on.
I love Depeche
I've
Mode.
actually I can't recall who it is, but one of their there was that album, the album that had "Barrel of a Gun," and then there was another song by them. I can't think of the name. There's another good cover of that one too. There's been a few good Depeche Mode covers out there.
Yeah.
What the fuck song am I thinking of? Right?
Songs that they've covered.
Rammstein's cover is stripped or something.
No, that's also a good one.
No,
Though. Well played.
Walking
Let me
in
say,
My
I gotta
Shoes.
open up Groove here and fucking look at my shit.
Walking in My Shoes is a
Yeah.
pretty good song.
You just left.
There's-
Not your.
No,
Huh?
Ashley just left.
Oh,
What the hell?
Guess we'll
Walking in
bring it back
My
to.
Shoes.
well,
Walking in My Shoes.
Enjoy the Silence has been covered. What,
go
30
back
times?
to the rapist. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original. You can't beat the original. The original is just. So
Wait,
good.
do I?
Oh.
I don't actually have the fucking. I don't have the
Oh,
fucking Depeche Mode
Oh.
discography somehow. What the hell is that possible?
Serious?
You know what the song?
Oh, Depeche Mode.
I remembered it. The song "It's No Good."
Enjoy
that
the,
one.
Enjoy the Silence is pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking other ones with cover the "It's No Good" is on that same album as "Barrel of a Gun," which is a
Yeah.
pretty good song by them. And there's a really good cover of that
Yeah,
one out
yeah.
there. I can't think of who it was though.
They don't,
Although
they
that
don't-
other song-
even their like non kind of hit stuff is pretty. Yeah, they sound all right, but then if you keep listening to them, they're actually wow.
Yeah.
They're actually the lyrically, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big fan, and then I went to saw them in concert once because my wife was a fan, and they're fucking awesome actually. And now I'm a big fan.
Oh,
We saw
Nice.
them on. They were doing the it was on the Exciter tour, so that was
Right.
I don't know when that was.
wow.
Who are you
Early
talking about? Sorry, right
2000s.
now.
Depeche Mode.
Oh,
Depeche
nice.
Mode.
That's awesome. For some reason, I thought I was on a different screen. I wasn't paying attention for a second.
No,
I would love to see
Right.
Depeche Mode play.
They're cracking, man.
No, I've been a big fan of them for a while. Like, I've got their double best of CD thing fucking still sitting in my collection that I haven't touched
my
in
God.
many years.
Another group that I'm really a fan of is The Cure.
Love the Cure. I got a few of their albums on vinyl. I got Disintegration, the Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss
they're just
Me, and
awesome.
Head on the Door.
Not big on
just
them
brilliant.
myself personally.
No,
Oh,
never
right.
like Robert Smith. He was just too much of a namby-pamby
Oh, for fuck's
for
sake!
me.
Anybody ever remember? Like speaking of the Cure, anybody
That
remember
was great.
Echo and the Bunnymen?
I
yeah.
don't even know what
Love
you're
those
talking about
guys.
now.
Oh yeah,
Heaven Up Here is
Yeah.
an amazing album.
yeah.
The only thing I've ever heard of theirs was probably the cover of "People Are Strange" that played on the Lost Boys.
Oh come on, you would have heard
Oh, yeah,
Killing Moon on
Lost
Donnie
Boys.
Darko.
Yeah,
I've
Killing
never
Moon's a
watched
great
Donnie
song.
Darko, so I don't know.
What? Never seen
Oh,
Donnie
man.
Darko.
And who has not heard of Lips Like Sugar? You know, don't they sing that song?
What's that?
Lips Like Sugar. Never lips.
Yeah,
Like...
yeah.
No, I'm not singing it.
Come on, man.
No, I don't.
Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. Sing it.
I'm trying.
Oh, I've never heard it.
I gotta pee, Rebecca.
What album is that off of?
Oh,
Oh, that's like yeah. I don't
How-
have anything.
How's it
You know
go?
what? I think I
How's it
do
go?
have that.
no,
I
I'm
think
not
I do
falling for
have that
that.
album.
When I think of Echo the Bunnymen, I always lump in Susie and the Banshees. Isn't that around the same time?
Susie and the
Am I-
Band. Yeah, they're both post punk acts.
Yeah. I get them always mixed up all the time, and like
Yeah.
Joy Division
I
and
like-
The Cure and all that shit too.
Joy Division.
Joy
Yeah.
Division is awesome.
I like Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, I love the Pumpkins.
Even like the earliest of early U2 stuff was kind of post punky, like Boy in October.
Mhm.
Until everyone knew they were a bunch of posers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
They had a major
Wow.
they had a major shift in their tune around 1984.
Yeah, that's when
When
Bono
Mer-
stuck his head up his ass.
Yeah, and went out on Live Aid and did Bad. And
and he's never
solidified
managed to
themselves
recover.
like a
Live Aid. I feel another live type aid coming on in the next 6
More like
months.
Live AIDS.
Live AIDS.
live AIDS.
Bono's such a piece of shit.
Wow.
I hope Bono gets. I
Everybody get
hope
it?
Bono gets super AIDS
Anybody get it?
Cool.
because they've pretty much.
You won't get it, but anybody else seen the South Park
Yeah,
episode?
South Park,
yeah,
we get it.
Yeah.
They've pretty much cured regular AIDS now, but if Bono gets the super AIDS, he's in trouble.
Super AIDS, yeah.
Nice.
You'll
Have they, have they cured AIDS, or are
It'll
they? Haven't they basically cured HIV at this
It'll be
point,
here.
or is it actually AIDS? AIDS? I'm not,
be hearing aids. So, yeah.
like AIDS hasn't like AIDS is still a thing, but at this point, like it's. I feel like other people are like being way more aware of it, not being stupid, and just unwittingly spreading it, or it's just like is kind
Spreading
of dwindling down
Yeah.
and slowly actually
People
fading
learn-
away. Like
Well, no, people learn to live with it, and it's you can survive life
We can.
with it.
But again, like it's somebody that is surviving life at this point in time. I feel like there's way less people that would be like surviving it and just and willingly be like, hey, you want to do a little something, and just like and give it a spreading it kind of thing. Like I feel like people
when you think about it, though, it's taken us
Will it,
40
will
years
it
to get
willingly
to
spurting it?
that's a valid point, Ashley, right there. Yeah,
So
it's
like we were born into it when it was just starting, really, and then it hit its peak at what, like late 80s or
85, yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's taken us this long, 40 years, to get to a point where talking about HIV isn't like a huge topic of conversation.
yeah. Like again, like you don't hear about it anymore. Really, it's kind of
Yeah, in the 80s, it was absolutely. I remember as a kid, I was like,
all over. Yeah.
this looks serious. Didn't know, have a clue what the hell. Like
Yeah.
no one did back then. But I was aware of things, and I think I was about the age my daughter is now, and she's looking at stuff and adverts on the telly, and I'm picturing myself being her now looking at telly when I was 5-year-old with the
Sure.
AIDS thing.
what was it like? AIDS is
And she's
doesn't it
gonna-
stand for
She's going to remember.
autoimmune deficiency syndrome or something like that? So yeah, it's like so like in this time, I guess like right now, anybody that is living with it, like just from hearing that, it is basically a complete compromisation that destroys your ability to fight anything. So
Yes, it
Potentially,
turns your
but it-
immune system against you.
yeah, so having that and living with it, being okay at this point in time, and then suddenly the coronavirus comes along, somebody that has
Wow.
that's got to be fucking super scary for them, man.
It's-
That's got to be
Oh,
terrifying.
yeah, for sure.
It's like most disease. Like if you have cancer, if you have diabetes, all that shit makes it more likely you're going to die
Yeah.
from coronavirus. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah. My
want
mum's
to pick this on
diabetic.
a
and-
non-serious
Oh,
topic
really,
for a
Craig?
second. Just say I'm having the barrel-aged version of this beer, and it is completely not carbonated.
Type
Really?
Type
This is
2.
this is just after I poured it, and this is the head on it. So
You haven't tried it yet, though? How is it? In spite of that,
it's very flat tasting. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, I
It's
can't stand
tasty,
that.
though. I need to let it. I need to sort of like get a sense of it first. But no, the coronavirus. See, here's the thing about coronavirus, and I'll say this from sort of a callous point of view, perhaps, is it sort of
Yeah.
weeds out the
Yeah.
weak of society. Like if you've got a problem that makes you
Fucking hell, man.
no,
Jesus.
but I'm just saying this as a truth. Is like
He's
if you
not
sort of-
wrong, but
Not-
it's
not-
kind of a shitty way to look at it. It really
Uh,
is.
I don't think 100% he is, though, because people are dying who've got no underlying health issues. So how the fuck does that work? When they're like 12-year-olds? Or
Well,
you know?
the fact is, it's not. It's more likely to get you if you're elderly or if you've got a health issue. It could kill you if you're a
Yeah,
healthy
but
20-year-old.
not
Yeah,
necessarily.
Craig's not wrong though. Like there are just being like people that out of nowhere they're fine, and this just gets them, man. Like, and
Well,
I said this before. If this thing fucking somehow mutates or some shit and becomes more deadly, then we as a race are
We could be
potentially
fucked.
fucked, man. It's
Yeah,
like
but you
this
know
is
what?
not
Look at the regular
it's
flu.
scary.
Yes, it's more likely. The flu is more likely to kill you if you've got health issues or you're elderly. It can kill a 20-year-old too. Just how it is. Like it's.
But this is not. This ain't the fucking flu. This ain't the fucking flu, though. So
No.
you got to get your head around that. It's not the flu.
Well, theoretically, it's less bad than the flu. We just have no protection.
That's
against
fucking
it.
worse. It's worse.
No, it's actually not
It's
worse.
worse.
But we have. Arnold, relax.
With the higher contagion rate and higher mortality rate, how is it not worse than the flu?
Contagion rate, yes, but it's not. Doesn't have a higher mortality rate. It's the fact is that we have zero protection against it. The common cold can kill you. It's like, remember that Indian tribe not too long ago that there's like some Indian tribe, they've never known the outside world. Some dude died on their beach because he wanted to go there and preach the word of Jesus to them, and they said
I heard about that.
that whole tribe may die just because they've never been used to anything this guy's ever been.
Oh, is that
No,
that one in the
man,
Yeah, we
Philippines
have
that was
centuries
like,
of immunity to viruses like the
Yeah,
cold.
he died, and now there's people that are alive. Anybody that comes near, they just fucking fire arrows off because we're not letting this happen again. They
Well,
are
no,
they
They
are
were doing that
uncontacted.
even beforehand. They were killing people who were coming on their beach and shit.
Yeah, but this guy somehow got close. The story Greg is telling is actually rooted in a bunch of truth. It was fucking sketchy.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
No,
that's what
I didn't
happened.
just make it up. It is true. My point being is that stuff like the common cold, if your immune system isn't used to it as sort of a communal level, it can kill you very easily. And that's what's happening with corona. Theoretically, it's not as bad as the flu. It just we have no exposure to it, and that's what's killing us.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
We've not got the antibodies.
You were
Yeah,
just
it
not
is.
impressed right now.
Exactly.
Well,
And
listen,
the flu kills a shit ton of people too. Like
listen, I have it on good authority. What we need to do is we need to take them fucking 5G towers down right now.
Oh,
because
get
they're
those
causing the disease.
fucking towers, man.
Well, Bill Gates wants to microchip everybody.
It's all government conspiracy.
We're
to take
burning
away
it
our
down.
It's
rights.
all Bill Gates and 5G. They want to microchip everybody. So they
I want to echo.
Have you seen that some people actually have been like tearing down 5G towers?
I've heard of that.
yeah, I have seen that. Like, why? Why?
Because
Because we don't have the
people-
internet right now?
There's stupid people don't realize that 5G towers are actually super fucking harmless.
Yeah.
But
Greg,
stupid
just a
people like
wireless
Ethan,
signal.
stupid people like fucking Jay Terrio, who
Yeah, like it's radiation on a
Even
wavelength
Chris has
that
been
our
posting
body
shit like
doesn't
that lately.
interact with. It's a very simple thing. Like, look, you can either look it up and go the conspiracy way, or you can look it up and go the scientific, logical way. And if you go that way, you're going to see that 5G is
but
not
fuck
as-
science, right?
exactly.
that's right, man. Tell you what, science is just part of big government, man. Big pharma coming up with their scientific explanations for everything. They're going to make a miracle drug for the coronavirus, and then they're going to jack the prices up and sell it to us all, keeping us down. How do you like your national socialism now, you bunch of common faggots?
I keep looking up, and the S from the StreamYard, it's like hitting me in the eye, keeps like randomly like kind of freaking me out a bit. It's
Well,
It's weird.
tell Nick
It's weird.
to tell Nick to start paying for the premium package so you can take that
Wait,
watermark off.
Yeah,
Well,
nigga,
what,
cheap bastard.
if you start chipping in
There.
some of that expensive grocery money that you're getting nowadays, then
Hell no, I'm hoarding my.
no,
food.
I said at least
I don't
in one
care-
of
I
my
don't care.
videos
you're
that
hoarding that money like you're hoarding toilet paper, huh?
if Zoom or something, if whatever platform becomes viable and we want to maybe use that as whatever,
Oh yeah,
Nick-
if there's a
Nick being the-
platform
Nick-
that
Nick-
offers us more people, more room for people, and it doesn't.
that's what I'm
have a
saying. Like
fucking-
if it
we're
happens,
leaving StreamYard. It's just like StreamYard
I
to
will
me
chip
is not
in
worth
like
$35 a month.
I would chip in like $5 a month towards whatever
Sorry,
Nick
how
ends up
much is
choosing.
that?
But
It's only
It's $35 a
$11.99
month
a month.
StreamYard for full version, and it's still.
Is there a fucking
It's
lag in
11
this room?
it's 11
Because everyone is talking over everyone else. Like, can everyone let other people finish their fucking sentences?
Yeah, Red Beard.
Like, Craig has tried to have a word edgewise in the entire time he's here, and every fucking time he starts talking, someone talks over him.
What were you saying, Craig?
I can't remember, to be honest.
All right, we're going offline anyway. I'm going to take us offline.
Jesus,
Chris Peters killed those women with 5G radiation.
Pickle murders.
5G.